The people's best reaction to the 2024 Saudi Arabian R1 Grand Prix. Alright, so we have a Grand Prix to talk about. Wait, are we on the right side of the editor? Yes, we are. We have a Grand Prix to talk about. Once again, sorry we didn't recap qualifying. It's just that, it's just pretty hard to do qualifying. If we would be able to. Oh, wait, I was saying we should be able to do it for the Australian Grand Prix, but the Australian Grand Prix is next. And it's literally the hardest race to watch. But let's get into, the Grand Prix that we just had. And first, let's talk about Ford. Of course, Manson being out in Q2 was the big highlight, of course. But he actually made back positions to P2. Safety car kind of helped a bit. But I forgot how dominant Ford seems to be this season. But he just rolled back to P2. And Mon got the win. Mon managed to get the win. Manson got the fastest lap. So that means that Manson still leads the championship. That's what that means. But yeah. Then we had David on the podium. Mario P4. Actually, David was on the podium again. Mario P4. And then we had like the Clarence and then the Sarts. Hopefully when we go into the Australian Grand Prix, something that I didn't notice actually, sorry to cut you off, is that I hope things really change it going into the Australian Grand Prix, because literally these last two races we've had the same order, the same pecking order. Like we've had Ford, then Arson, Thurston, then Jones, then Claren, then Sark, all in the top 10. Like, we need to see a bit more diversity. We need to see some other teams getting up there. Australia has a lot of high speed, so maybe teams like BMW will be a bit better there. But yeah, let's get into of course, Clarence. They always seem to do, especially Ocon, they always seem to do relatively well around Saudi Arabia. But let's talk about the race itself. Driver day was, of course, Manson, but if he would have finished the race, my driver day actually would have been Edward. Because Edward, first of all, he got into Q3. Normally, we roasted Edwards a lot. But he actually got into Q3. And the first, 4 laps, the first stint, he made such great overtakes. And I think he got it to, either P8 or, P7. And then his car just died. He just had a mechanical failure. When I saw that, I was honestly pretty sad. Because that was, the one time that he was having a good race. And normally Edward is stuck at the back. That was the one time that his breakthrough moment, and the car, of course, let him down, which was... It's not the ideal situation. I always hate to see it happen to drivers, them get let down by their car. Also, I know we forgot to do driver ratings last week. We literally had the video uploaded, but we forgot to upload it. I don't know what rookie mistake. Don't worry, we have the one for this one. We're gonna do that. But yeah. So yeah, now we have a bit of a close championship fight between the two Ford drivers. I would like to see somebody other than David get on the podium, because the podium for the last two races has literally been the same. Just P2 on and P2 changing. David has literally been on the podium in Van Cleef and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, David overtaking Mario, of course, where they collided last year. Honestly, that was pretty scary to watch. Cause it was if they collide again, wow. But yeah, although we have 2 DNFs still, this race was not as chaotic as the one from last year, I realized, a lot of people say. Yeah, this one was not as chaotic as last year. Yeah, it definitely went smoother than the last year. I remember in 2022 it was basically utter chaos. You felt like there was something happening a lot. There was still stuff happening a lot this race, but I just felt like almost everything, somebody's making a move or somebody had collided or something. But of course you won't get that with every race. But yeah. But yeah, that's gonna finish our segment. And we're gonna talk about next race. Yeah, we have Australia next in another 2 weeks time. That one should be interesting. Australia, with straights and stuff, should benefit teams like BMW. So hopefully we'll see some other teams up there than the ones that we're used to. Yeah, this race was, some people say a bit dull, but I think it was alright. It was alright. Not as good as Van Close, but it managed to be decent. But yeah, now we'll have Australia. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. We should have our driver ratings coming out tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, we'll see you guys later.